What's up, guys? Quantrick02 here with another edition of What's New. SummerSlam 2013 just went off the year, and man, what a show it was. I mean, I know I come up here every pay-per-view and say how great it was, but this has to be probably one of the best SummerSlams in about at least 7 years, man. I'm telling you, and it really comes from the two main events. They've been pushing those two main events that really lift up to the hype. I tell you that much. But I'm gonna run down every single results for you. We start the pay per view. Well, before we start the pay per view, we have the kickoff show. Hosted by Josh Matthews, Natalia, Booker T, and Shawn Michaels. They go over basically the card. After that, the kickoff match actually begins the United States Championship match between RVD and Dean Ambrose. Definitely a good way to start off getting that pay per view mode by having a great matchup between two great stars. It's cool seeing RVD mix it up with a young talent like Dean Ambrose. RVD, man, I'm telling you, the guy looks like he's still it's still 2002, man. The guy is still one of a kind. He's still the whole effing show, man. Like, he basically did all his moves, every single thing, that already does. Dean Ambrose does a lot of cool stuff. But in the end, before RVD was about to get the win, and the Shield came out, and then after the Shield came out, Big Show and Mark Henry came out. They continued the match. It ended with RVD hitting the frog splash. And then immediately after the frog splash, Roman Reigns hit the spear and got the disqualification, and that's basically how the match ended. Probably gonna see another 6-man tag probably on tomorrow night. But there you go, disqualification. Already wins the match, but Dean Ambrose is still the United States champion. Then we kick off the pay-per-view with Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow. I'm sorry, not Damien Sandow. It starts off with the Ring of Fire match. Bray Wyatt and Company versus Kane. This match, it was okay, I guess. I mean, for the Fire to be surrounding the ring, you would thought they would have did a lot more stuff. But I mean, it served its purpose. The match was pretty short, too. It wasn't really that long. We saw the Wyatt family actually found a way to get into the ring. They actually put like a blanket over the fire so they can get in the ring and attack Kane. The only problem with this matchup was that it was basically the same thing that we've been seeing on Raw. The ending, we saw the Wyatt family beat up Kane. Bray Wyatt hit his what's his move? His sister Abigail, and pin Kane basically. But it serves its purpose. Bray Wyatt got his first win on pay-per-view against a solid veteran in Kane, and there you go. Afterwards, they continued to beat up Kane, and Bray Wyatt sat in his chair, and they actually put his head in front of Bray Wyatt on the steel steps and slammed it, kind of what they did, when they made their debut. And then they actually took Kane. This is the best part. They actually took Kane with them. So I'm not sure what they're going to be doing with Kane, but it seems like they're going to try to maybe brainwash him and make Kane a part of the Wyatt family. That'd be something really cool to see. After that, we had the match between Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow. And then Cody Rhodes came out, clean shaved. The Dirty Sanchez is now gone. Pretty solid matchup. It was okay. It was also, not that long of a matchup, but, it serves its purpose. Cody Rhodes ended up getting the win with the Crossroads and defeating Mr. Money in the Bank. Not sure what that means, but Cody Rhodes stepping up. Hopefully they're going to push Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow. Either way, I don't see both men benefited from this matchup, no matter what the results was. So anyway, Cody Rhodes gets the win, and there you go. After that, we had the World Heavyweight Championship match. Christian facing Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. And the match, they actually hyped this match up too by showing that promo. They really made it feel, I'm not sure what this means for Christian, but they really made this feel like this was Christian's last opportunity, that, if he doesn't win it here, he'll never become champion again, which kind of got me invested. As a huge Christian fan, it got me invested in the matchup. The match was definitely pretty good. Del Rio, he's coming definitely a solid performer. Um, we saw like kicks and all that stuff, from him. Christian doing this, vintage things. Nothing really stands out. It wasn't any really amazing spots, but it was a solid matchup, which we saw Del Rio work on the arm as usual on Christian. And during the match, Christian hit the kill switch, not the kill switch, but he hit the spear. His arm was so hurt that he couldn't get the pin, and got caught in the cross arm breaker and tapped out. Christian actually fought it the first time, but then he went back down and tapped out, and versus Del Rio retained his World Heavyweight Championship. He also cut a promo saying that he is Latino. He is the champion for the Latinos or something like that, which gives me indication that possibly Rey Mysterio could be popping up soon to face Del Rio in a title match, maybe at Night of Champions. I'm definitely waiting for Ray to get back on the scene. After that, we had the Divas match, Natalya versus Brie Bella, with the Funkadactyls and Eva Marie and Nikki Bella on the outside. It was whatever. The fans definitely weren't into it at the Staples Center, I'll tell you that much. There were a lot of different chants going on, Michael Cole chants, JBL chants, all that, nonsense. But I feel like they should give these girls a chance, man. I mean, you could tell Natalya was trying her best to work with Brie. Not saying that Brie is a terrible worker, but, the levels between the two are just, we saw Nikki keep going for, like, rest holds, It's like, how can you not do that when all you keep doing is, like, these rest submission holds? Natalya tried her best to make that match a great match. Anyway, in the end, Natalya made Brie Bella tap out to the sharpshooter. There you go. There was also somewhere in the pay-per-view a segment where we also see Ryback continue to bully people in the back. He put like some chili in some dude's shirt and then slammed the chili on his head or something like that. So that kept happening. And then we had the Miz, who was the host of SummerSlam, continue to talk about things, and throughout the night, right, Fandango and Summer Rae would dance, in front of him and stuff. And eventually, Miz got really annoyed with that and punched him out. And that was the last of Miz. That was the last we really saw of the Miz. Thought the Miz was going to have more impact on SummerSlam, but whatever. Then it was probably one of the best matches of the night. Second best match of the night. The Beast versus the Best. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk. Man, what a match. I believe this is probably Brock Lesnar's best match since returning. I mean, nothing against Triple H and nothing against Cena, but CM Punk and Brock Lesnar was great. We basically saw at the beginning CM Punk get his ass handed to him by Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar basically beat the crap out of him, which I was hoping to see, actually. I love Punk. I wanted to see Brock Lesnar destroy Punk. But Punk eventually came back, and Paul Heyman got involved. What really cost CM Punk the match was, Paul Heyman. He got so upset he put him in an anaconda vice and basically took his attention off Brock. Brock hit an F5 on the chair. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar wins and gets a win over CM Punk. Don't know what's next for Brock, but I got a feeling he's hadn't seen the last to CM Punk, because that was a really good match. I'll be shocked if we don't get a CM Punk Brock Lesnar 2. A lot of different spots in this matchup. Brock Lesnar he actually foot stomped Punk, man. That was crazy. It was like a lot of different stuff. Brock had his bumping shoes on. Let's just say that. But I'm not gonna ramble on about it. After that, we had Ziggler and Caitlyn versus Big E and AJ, which was a good match. you can definitely tell that Ziggler and Big E were definitely trying to step their game up because they know that their matches have so far been pretty sloppy. This time it was more a fast-paced matchup, and actually, the match was actually really clean between those two. AJ and Caitlyn did their thing. The stuff we've been seeing in their matches, but in the end, Big E went for the beginning, countered it, um, didn't hit the zigzag, and defeated Big E Langston and AJ Lee. After that, it was the main event: John Cena versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Basically, this match gave me the goosebumps that I had back at Money in the Bank 2011. I haven't had these goosebumps since then, really, because this match was that big. It was that important. Triple H is the referee. Perfect match. Actually, this was a 5-star matchup. Daniel Bryan's the man. As much as people give John Cena a hard time, he is basically a really good wrestler when he wants to be. We saw John Cena. We saw Daniel Bryan hitting German suplexes on John Cena. John Cena hitting a sit-out power bomb. Different awesome, cool technical wrestling counters. Yeah, John Cena was technical wrestling. Daniel Bryan put John Cena in the STF. Headbutts, everything. There was one point where Daniel Bryan was going for a Frankensteiner. Cena countered it, jumped off like in the AJ Styles clash position. It looked like he basically broke Dan Bryan's neck and turned him around and put him in the STF. A lot of great counters in this matchup. Perfectly, not there were zero mistakes in this matchup. It was a perfect match from top to bottom. The fans were into it. I was into it. I was marking out. But in the end, though, the best thing, Daniel Bryan, I think he kicked Cena in the head. Cena was getting back to his feet, and he hit like that Trent Beretta, like knees for like a Bazaiku knee or something like that. Knee, like a shining knee to the head of Cena, which knocked him out. 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan becomes the first person to actually pin John Cena clean since I don't remember the last time John Cena's been pinned clean since The Rock. Well, yeah, since The Rock though. The Rock was the last person to pin John Cena clean, and then Daniel Bryan did it. So that's big for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan becomes the WWE champion. We see pyro, we see everything, celebration, streamers, everything. The moment that everybody wanted happened. Yes, chance happening. The whole arena exploded when Daniel Bryan became the WWE champion. But right after that, we knew that Randy Orton was somewhere in the back. Randy Orton came out and kind of pretended like he was going to cash in Money in the Bank. Like he was basically saying, he was letting them know that he was going to cash it in. He held the thing up, held the briefcase up, and nobody expected what happened next. Triple H, the special referee, turned Daniel Bryan around, pedigreed him, pedigreed Daniel Bryan. Randy Orton got back in the ring and just covered him. I never seen this happen in Money in the Bank history. Was they just can cover him 1, 2, 3. That was it. Randy Orton, your new WWE champion. Mr. Man said he was looking for a guy who was like Triple H but 10 years younger. Randy Orton was that guy. This could be the beginning of something great happening down the line. I feel like this made me think of back in the day with The Rock being the corporate champion. I see Randy Orton being the corporate champion now. And if there was anybody that Triple H wanted to be champion, it had to be his own creation, Randy Orton. So, that's what happened basically. Daniel Bryan wins the championship, then loses it, a couple minutes later. Triple H turns heel. Randy Orton becomes he's heel too. He becomes heel and becomes the WWE champion. Things couldn't have gone any better. That's exactly what I wanted to happen, and it did. Now we may see Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan at Night of Champions. Once again, this pay-per-view was just a really great pay-per-view. I give it 4.5 stars out of 10. What do you think? Did you enjoy SummerSlam this year? Was it possibly one of the best pay-per-views of the year to you? Let me know. Comments below. Subscribe, comment, rate. Stay good, everybody. Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Peace.